And mind you, he just got sentenced to prison for being a felon in possession of a gun. Within the first couple of seconds, we can see D-Thang holding another gun.
You can't tell me that these niggas don't be gay, bro. It get to a point you just want to be around other niggas, and that's okay. Living your truth, bro.
Bronx drill rapper D-Thang has just been sentenced to Florida State Prison, not New York, Florida State Prison, because for some reason, every time he came to Miami, he got caught with a gun. And I'm gonna be breaking down what happened, but not only that, being that I've been to Florida State Prison, I'm gonna give you an idea on what it's gonna be like for him. Quick pause, because this might actually help.
Okay, I feel like niggas just be going to jail all the time because they be gay. Because personally, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If I know that I can't carry a gun, I know that I'm like a known gang member, I know that I'm on papers in New York and all this other shit, why am I finna keep riding around Florida of all places with a gun? I would at least took my ass to Texas and tried to do that shit in Florida. The nigga, what the hell?
Now, the homie Remo will post to Instagram saying New York drill rapper D-Thang sentenced to 14 months in Florida State Prison. Now, 14 months ain't nothing. 12 months is a year for y'all that don't know how to, do math. And then not only that, he's gonna get time served for the time that he's been in jail. So most likely he's gonna get out in less than a year, but still Florida State Prison being the third largest prison system in the country, it's nothing to play with. And D-Thang, after this news hit, will post to Instagram a new song that he just dropped. Now, shout out to the homie New York Drill Official. I've been following them for years. That's where I get a lot of my New York drill information. But this is the music video that he dropped. And mind you, he just got sentenced to prison for being a felon in possession of a gun. And within the first couple of seconds, we can see D-Thang holding another gun.
You can't tell me that these niggas don't be gay, bro. It get to a point you just want to be around other niggas, and that's okay. Living your truth, bro. I'd rather you living your truth on these streets than keep going to jail, bro. Niggas got kids, families, all types of shit, bro. Moms as old as hell can't even go to work. What the fuck? Why is you out here toting guns? Nigga, just rap. Even if you gonna rap about it, you don't gotta rap about it. Like, you could be rapping about some gangster shit and going like to a very luxury place. And that could be like your style, like music videos. Niggas be trying to still look hood while they not in the hood. What sense does that make?
So, I don't know if he's just addicted, but I have an idea of what it is. Go look at this music video from 4 years ago with 11 million views. We can see D-Thang with a little rinky-dink pistol, this little thing right here, right?
Like a little
and it's a known fact, New York just doesn't have guns like other states and cities. New York guns are very much like, you got people getting shot with revolvers, you got people getting shot with little dirty ass 380s. Not too many people are gonna have Glocks with switches and Dracos and ARPs. Like, that shit, not to say people in New York don't have it or can't have it, it just isn't common. It's just not. So when you take a New York and you bring them to Florida and they see a whole new line of artillery, they want all the biggest and best shit.
Yeah, because they be feeling threatened. Because see, the thing about Florida is the nigga gonna have his gun. They gonna have his gun out. He's not gonna care if you see it. It's kind of like Atlanta, but they like a little more discreet than Atlanta. But it's still like, you're gonna see my gun now. So you be thinking, okay, I need my pipe too because I ain't no goofy. You gotta see my shit and I gotta be riding around my shit. The problem is, if you feel like you gotta be around these areas, why are you going? Why are we going to these areas still? That doesn't make any sense, does it? I feel like we should just stay away from the freaking areas and then go to some rich shit or stay in the crib. I don't think that's like a crazy conclusion.
Now, even on Reddit, they'd say getting locked up 3 times in a span of 6 months is ridiculous. At this point, D-Thang just got to sit up. How many chances could one expect to have? At a certain point, one must deal with the consequences of their actions. Straight up bum behavior with this Looney Tune looking self. D-Thang arrested in Miami for possession of a gun by a convicted felon. This is him in court. This is another post of him being arrested with a gun, marijuana, and cocaine. This is him in court again. And this is the 3rd time that he was arrested on multiple charges, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now, I don't know why they kept letting him out, because my first gun charge, I went straight to prison. I had a bond, I couldn't pay it. Obviously, he was able to pay his way out multiple times, but you'd think after the second time he'd be done. And mind you, felon in possession of a firearm in Florida normally comes with a 3-year mandatory sentence, and then whatever time you get. So if you...
God damn, they don't be playing in Florida. 3-year mandatory sentence for I feel it though, because they be out here tweaking, but Jesus Christ, 3 years, brother? 3 years in Florida for a pipe? Come on, they not even that harsh in Chicago, nigga. You can get out on if it's your first case, you got to catch a pipe, you can get out right now. You know what I'm saying? Catch a little whatever, you ain't going to jail though. It's not no, what? I can't, that's why I be at the crib, shawty. I don't be doing all that riff-raff, that rah-rah, man.
You get like, I think the most you can get is 15 years in Florida. You're supposed to have a 3-year mandatory that comes with that. Now we're just gonna take a look at the first time D-Thang got booked in Miami.
Is it Mr. Collins?
Nigga gay.
How you doing? Good afternoon. Actually,
You want to go to jail?
sir, you're charged with having committed the offense of possession of a firearm or weapon with ammunition by a convicted felon, which is a second-degree felony. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to be taking a look at the arrest affidavit to determine your bond status. How long have you been in Dade County?
Since yesterday, like a day.
I see you're from New York.
Yeah.
Standard bond $7,500.
Judge, the state's requesting an increased bond in that the defendant has no local ties. According to the arrest affidavit, the defendant has a violent criminal past, including a felony conviction from New York City. And looking at his FCIC and NCICs, it looks like he was released from prison last year, and that crime also involves a firearm. State's
That's that shit I don't like, nah.
So why would you keep having a gun around? Now they're gonna keep enhancing, bro. They're gonna like add all this shit up, and it's gonna combine, bro. You're gonna go to prison, bro. People don't understand, like, they're letting you skate for a reason. They're not letting you skate because you're a gangster and you can just do whatever you want. They're letting you skate because you finna like skate yourself into like real prison time. That's really how they do it, bro. They let you get all these little whatever charges, let it stack up, then they hit your ass over the head when you do some shit. Now you doing big boy time. Big boy, 10-15. 10-15 might do 20, 25. You can't be picky with it. Do the crime, do the time. You gotta do it. But you gotta be, you know what I mean? Gotta be moving tack. You can't just be moving around and you keep getting caught with the pipe. If I keep getting caught with a pipe, I'm just not meant to have the pipe. I'm finna do my shit legally. Some niggas, every nigga ain't a robber. Every nigga ain't a driller. Every nigga can't sell out a server. They can't, you know what I mean? Run the block or nothing. Certain niggas can't do certain shit. And you just not a nigga that can hold a pipe.
request is $25,000.
What is his conviction in that he was just released last year for? Hold on.
It says criminal possession weapon -2, loaded firearm other than a person's home or business. It was a conviction. It says term 2 years, post-release supervision 2 years. And I see a release date in 24.
Released from prison in 24, but he has probation, is what you're saying?
Right, it says
He may
parole. He may be on parole because it says 1826, and then it says parole discharge 18.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Anytime you're facing a gun crime and you've been convicted of a gun crime and they bring up that old gun crime on top of the new gun crime, the judge is not gonna be in favor of you. Because when I got booked after I got out of prison for assault with a firearm, and the judge brought up my old case and literally told me in court, you just got out last year for a gun related crime and now you've caught another gun related crime. That judge literally told me you need to go back to prison.
He telling y'all straight up they gonna deep fry you, bro. They telling you straight up they're gonna deep fry you in court. Why would you still want to do the hood shit? You're not getting away. There's too many cameras. Even if you do get away, okay, you just murked a nigga, bro. Like, that shit ain't like something easy to live with. That shit is like you just took somebody's life away. There are like repercussions for that, whether you want to believe it or not. On this, like the real level world and the spiritual world too, there's like repercussions for that. But look, you did that. You ain't getting no money still. Cause now you really into it with these niggas. You broke as hell. You ain't got no cheddar. So what you doing? You back to blanking. And then you finna get your ass picked. You finna get your ass blitzed. And then you finna be, people finna be hollering talking about, nah, he wasn't like that. He was a good kid. We gotta stop doing stupid shit so we can all live longer, bro. We don't want to see nobody pass away, bro. Can we all like start doing smarter things to get money together and like just make this like Wakanda or some shit?